Welcome to ListEasier Flex. ListEasier Flex is an advanced AI listing software designed to help resellers with both multi-item and single-item workflows on the eBay platform. ListEasier Flex is simple to use. Today, we will break down how to use ListEasier Flex and get the most out of the Flex AI listing software. To get started with Flex AI listing software, we log into the listeasier.com website. We enter our account information. Once logged in, on the dashboard, we click Profile at the lower left-hand side of the screen. After clicking on Profile, we need to add a shipping location first. We click on Shipping Locations. If we have not yet added a shipping location, we must click Add Location. This is the location from which our items will ship on eBay. Let's click Add Location and then enter the location from which our items will be shipping on eBay. Once we have added our location, we click on eBay Accounts. We scroll down to connect our eBay account. We first choose the marketplace where we are listing. ListEasier currently supports marketplaces in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia. Today, we are listing on the United States website. Once we have chosen the right marketplace, we click Connect to eBay. ListEasier will connect us to eBay. Once we are connected to eBay, we can start using ListEasier Flex. Click on the dashboard button located at the top left side of the screen. Next, in the top right corner, click Create Listing to start using Flex. Great. Here, we see two options. We can create a batch, which is used for multi-item workflows, where many of the items are similar, such as bulk or batch items. Today, we are going to use Flex. Flex supports both multi-item and single-item workflows. Click Start Flex. Excellent. Now let's get into it. On ListEasier Flex, we start by adding images first and let the artificial intelligence handle the rest. Click on Upload Images to get started. We can either select an entire folder of images or choose individual images by clicking one of the two buttons in the Upload Images pop-up window. We are going to click Select Images. This will open a folder on the computer. Go to the location where the images are stored and start selecting images. We are going to select all of these images. They are out of order, but we have them out of order for a reason. To show how the software works, we select all the images that we want to import into ListEasier Flex and click Open. The images will now upload into ListEasier. You may notice that some of these pictures are not in the correct order. We can choose the order in which the images are shown in each individual listing. For example, we can select this as the first image, this one as the second, then third, fourth, and fifth. Now, we can create the first listing. You can click on Create Listing to make a new listing, edit images to make photo edits, or let AI create all the listings for us. We are going to create each listing ourselves. So, let's create a new listing for our Spider-Man figure. We will do the same with the watch and create a new listing with the 7 watch pictures. And, once again, we create a new listing with the 6 shoe pictures. Now, we have 3 listings in the draft box ready to go. We can either manually set the categories or let AI do it. To switch to manual assignment of the categories, click Manual on your listing. To let AI determine the category for each listing, click AI. AI categorization is the default. To continue with categorization, click AI categorization. ListEasier will now start to categorize our listings. We will see a glowing yellow box while the items are being categorized. If we check the AI eBay categorization, we can see that the Spider-Man figurine is being placed in the Action Figures category. If we do not want it in this category, we should change the category before moving on to the next step. By clicking on Change Category, ListEasier offers us an alternative AI recommended category, or we can search the categories ourselves manually in the drop-down menu. In our case, we like the AI recommended category, and we are going to keep it. It is important that the correct category is selected before moving on to the next step. Gross miscategorization of your item will create a suboptimal listing. If you are unsure which eBay category your item belongs in, you can use our eBay category search bar by typing the name of your item into the Search Categories toolbar. This will give us a narrow range of category options for us to select in the drop-down category menu below. Now that the category selection for listing 1 is complete, let's move back to the second listing, the gold watch. This item has been placed in the wristwatches category. If we do not want it in this AI-chosen category, we can change the category. Next, we have the men's pair of tennis shoes. These have been placed in the men's shoes casual shoes category. In each case, the AI has selected the correct listing category. We are now ready to move on by generating the listings. The glowing green boxes mean the listings are being generated. Once the listings have been generated, we can go to Review Listings. We are now in the Review Listings section. We need to select a shipping policy for each listing. For the figurine, we select our ListEasier shipping policy. As we can see, the item location has been imported. The return policy has also been imported. Store categories are optional. And the payment policy has been imported. If our payment policy, shipping policy, return policy, and item location policies are not available, you need to go back to the first step and enter them into your ListEasier profile. Now, we need to assign a price to our Spider-Man listing. If we are unsure about the price, we can click on Price Easier. This gives us an idea of what the price may be using predictive AI. Let's click on the Price Easier button. Here, we see a sample size of 30 items. This means Price Easier's predictive AI has sampled 30 items that have sold in the past and determined a price range. The median price for this item is $42.75. We can view sold comps, active comps, or use the recommended price. The AI suggested prices built through market intelligence and is a guide, but is not necessarily the final price we should use. In this case, we will use the AI Price Easier price. We can add a SKU. Here, we will add it to box 1. This is the custom SKU where we will store our item. All our items will be stored in box 1, so we click Apply All. This will apply this SKU to every one of our listings. We have the option to use fixed or auction pricing. In this case, we will use the fixed price. We will enable Best Offer. The condition is set to Used by default. We will apply Best Offer to every one of our listings. The AI has created a description for us and filled out the item specifics based on the information that was available in the photos. Remember, the more quality and information we include in our photos, such as measurements, part numbers, manufacturer numbers, manufacturer information, and close-ups of item details, the more item specifics will be filled out. Next, we are going to review the watch. Here, we will also add our shipping policy. We're going to apply the shipping policy to all our listings. We believe this is sufficient for each one of our listings. We're going to review the details. If you need to make a small adjustment to the title, do so in the title bar. This is a pre-owned watch. Now, we need the price. We're going to use Price Easier to suggest a price. Here, it shows $17,335. This is a little on the low side, so in this case, we'll assign our own price. Let's view some active comps. Here, we see active comps of the gold watch at around $39,999. There's another one, which helps us decide how to price our watch. We'll close this window and assign our own price. Perfect. The last one we'll look at are the shoes. Now, everything else is assigned except for the price. We'll do the price comparisons with Price Easier, which recommends $222 with a sample size of 50 items. We're going to use this price. Now, we have the option to list each individual item by pressing the green button. In this case, we're going to list all 3 items now to our eBay account. When we're ready to list our items, we click List all 3 items. Otherwise, we can save and close and come back to it later. Just be sure that everything has saved before closing the window. Now, we will list all 3 items. These items are now being sent to eBay. The listings will be optimized for SEO, search rank, on-site rank, AIO, searchability, surfaceability, and discoverability, both on-site and off-site. Once the items are listed on eBay, we can click Done. Congratulations! You have now successfully listed your items using ListEasier Flex to the eBay website.